Hello students. So in the previous class we studied the structure of pollen grains. So now we have to study the pistil, megasporangium and the embryo sac. Okay, in the flowers they having the four orals, that is the calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Androecium is the male reproductive organ and the gynoecium is the female reproductive organ. So in the androecium, that is called a stamen, so the having the part is, that is the anther, filament, okay, and the anther contain the pollen grains. If the anther contain the pollen grains, then it is called the staminate. If the anther does not contain the pollen grains, then it is called the staminoid. So it is already studied in the previous class. The next class is the pistil, megasporangium, ovule and the embryo sac. So the pistil is nothing but a female reproductive organ, that is the gynoecium. Okay, gynoecium is nothing but a pistil. So it is the female reproductive organ. So this is the diagram of gynoecium. Okay, so this is the first part is called a stigma, and this is a style, ovary and ovule. So let us study one by one. So the first swell part, basal part is called a ovary. So ovary is the basal part and it is the swell part called the ovary, and this ovary contains the ovule. So what is the function of this? All of you know that after fertilization ovary become fruit and the ovule become seed. So this part is also called a carpel. So this carpel is also, we can say that it is the female reproductive unit. Okay, then above the ovary, at the tip of the ovary, there is a long slender part is called a style. So what is the function of style? In the exine, they are having a pore, that is germ pores, where the pollen tube is emerge out. So this pollen tube is passes through the style. For example, this is ovary and this is ovule. After pollination, the pollen grain is sit on the stigma. From the exine pore, there is a germination of, from the exine pore, there is a pollen tube is emerge out, or it is come from the exine pore like this, and it is passes from the style and reaches to the ovule for fertilization. So at the tip of the style there is a stigma. So what is stigma? So where the pollen grain is sit, land, or it is the platform of pollen grain. So where pollen grain is sit on the stigma, which help for the fertilization. Okay, what is how the pollen grain is sit on the stigma? So how it will be attract these, and how the pollen tube will be formation takes place. So the stigma contain the amino acid, sugar. Okay, so these amino acid, sugar, boron, which help the formation or germination of the pollen tube. Okay, and this pollen tube is passes from the style and reaches to the ovule, and it is enter into the embryo sac where the fertilization takes place. So this is the structure of gynoecium or the pistil. First is the ovary basal part, that is swollen structures which contain the ovule. After fertilization ovary become fruit and the ovule become seed, and the style is the long slender part where the pollen tube is passes and reaches to the embryo sac, and at the tip of the style there is a stigma is present, where the pollen grain is land, or it is the platform of the pollen grain, or it is adhered to the stigma. Okay, the next. Number of carpels. Number of carpels means if the carpel is made 1, 2, 3, or it may be the when. Okay, if the carpel is 1, then it is called a monocarpellary. If the carpel is 2, then it is called bicarpellary. If the carpel is 3, then it is called tricarpellary. So the best example of the tricarpellary, you can remember it. Okay, banana. When you eat the banana, you can see that there is a 3 columns like this. So this is called a tricarpellary. It is 4 tetra, 5 penta. If it is more than 2, then it is called the polycarpellary. For example, penta or you can say polycarpellary. Okay, penta means 5 carpels. Means carpels are present in this ovary and ovule. The number of carpels. If it is having the 1, then it is called monocarpel. If it is having the 2, then it is called bicarpellary. If it is having 3, then it is called tricarpellary. If it is having the more, then it is called polycarpellary. If in the flowers they are having the many carpels, okay, there are 4, 5, 6 many carpels are there, whether they are the fused or whether they are the free. If the so many carpels are there, if all the carpels are free, they are not attached one another, they are not joined, they are not the fused, only they are the free, then that is called the apocarpus. So what is apocarpus means? All there is a many carpels are there, all the carpels are free, then it is called the apocarpus. If many carpels are there, if all the carpels are fused, they are attached one another, they are joined together, then it is called the syncarpus. Then it is called the syncarpus. Okay. If this is the carpel, if it is 1 carpel, then it is called monocarpellary. If it is 2, then it is bicarpellary. If it is 3, then it is called the tricarpellary. If all the carpels are free, then it is called apocarpus. If all the carpels are fused, then it is called the syncarpus. Okay. Then we have to study the number of locules. When we take the section of ovary, we can see that how many locules are there. For example, if it is having the 1 locule or 1 chamber, then it is called unilocular. If the only 1 locule, 1 chamber is present, then it is called the unilocular. If it is 2, then the bilocular. Okay, if it is 3, then it is called trilocular. So we will show the example of trilocular. This is 1, 2, 3, and this is the 1, 2. This is the bilocular having the 2 chambers. This is the trilocular, that is called the trilocular. Unilocular means only having the 1 chamber. If it is 4, tetra. If it is 5, penta. If it is many, then it is called a polylocular. For example, penta. Already you seen the played finger. Bendi to आप देखे हैं. So in that they are having the 5 columns, 5 chambers, 5 locules. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 5 locule or 5 chamber is called a pentalocular. So number of locules and number of carpels, and this is the structure of dilation or pistil. Okay, let us study about the megasporangium ovule. So megasporangium is ovule. Ovule means when we take the section of ovule. So already seen in the flowers. सभी जने आप फ्लावर देखे हैं. फ्लावर्स में देखो gynoecium. Gynoecium में the last part, the basal part is ovary. In the ovary they contain ovule. So when we take the section of ovule, let us study. That is the LS or VS of ovule. That is the anatropous ovule, or it is called the inverted ovule. So anatropous inverted ovule. Anatropous or inverted because it is a 180-degree angle curve. So this is the section of ovary. We can study about the locules. Now we have to take the section of ovule. So that is sections we have to take ovule, that is the LS or VS. So this is the structure of ovule. So first we have to draw the diagram of ovule. So see the clearly, it's become very easy to practice. So these are the 3 antipodals, and these are the 2 synergids, and one is the egg gamete or female gamete, and these 2 are the polar nuclei which is present at the center, and this is a female gametophyte or embryocyte, which is the important part of the ovule. It is surrounded by a nucellus. Then again it is surrounded by integuments. Okay, so this is the outer and inner integuments, and this is the nucellus. This is embryo sac or female gametophyte, and this is the 3 antipodals, which is haploid in number, and these 2 are the 2 polar nuclei, and these 3 are called the egg apparatus, which contain 2 synergids and 1 female gamete, or it is called egg or ovum. And this is the small opening, it's called a micropyle, and this is a funicle. This is the raphe, and this is a chalazar. So this is the section of ovule, that is we have to take the LS, or that is the vertical section or the longitudinal section of the ovule. So this is called anatropous ovule, or it is called inverted ovule. So this is the very important for the annual examination. Sometimes they ask the diagram for 5 marks, sometimes they ask the explanation. Okay, it is very important. Okay, and it is very easy also. So let us study one by one. First, the center part, which is the important part, is called the female gametophyte or embryo sac. So it is a 7-celled, 8 nucleated. It is called a 7-cell, 8 nucleated. It is having the 3 antipodals, 2 polar nuclei, and the 2 synergies, and one is the female gamete, or it is the egg. Okay, so all of you know that what is the function of female gamete or egg. When the pollen tube is reaches to the ovule, in that pollen tube having the 2 male gametes. How it formation? When the generative cell undergo mitotic division, MI, not ME, mitotic division to form the 2 sperm or the 2 male gametes. So that male gamete is passes from the pollen tube and reaches to the ovule. Okay, when the pollen grains sit on the stigma and the germination of the pollen tube, and this pollen tube contain the 2 male gamete, and this pollen tube is enter into the embryo sacs with the help of synergids. So these synergids release the chemical which attract the pollen tube and enter into the embryo sac for the fertilization. So these synergids is also called the cooperative cells, or it is also called the helper cells. Okay, and this is having the finger-like projection, that is called the filiform apparatus. It is, let us study in the double fertilization. So this synergids is called cooperative cells or helper cells, and they secrete some chemicals to attract the pollen tube for the fertilization. So all of you know that the egg gamete means when the one male sperm is fused with the egg to form the fertilization. After fertilization, zygote is developed into embryo, embryo is developed into the seed, and the seed is developed into the plant. Okay. The next is the antipodal. These are the 3 antipodals, is also called vegetative cells, which is haploid in number, and these antipodals is present near the chalazal region, to the back region, to the posterior region, and this egg apparatus, which contain 2 synergids or the female gamete, which is present near the micropyle to the anterior portion. So this is the back portion and this is the anterior portion. Okay, the egg apparatus is always present near the micropyle and it is present near the chalazar. The next, this is the main center, contain the 2 polar nuclei. So that is called the central cell. These central cells contain the 2 polar nuclei, which is fused to form secondary nucleus, which is fused to form secondary nucleus. And next, the female gametophyte or embryo sac is surrounded by a nutritive tissue called the nucellus. So what is nucellus? So it give nourishing the developing embryo sac or female gametophyte. So this nucellus give food for the developing of embryo sac or the female gametophyte. The next, this nucellus is surrounded by the 2 layers, that is called outer and the inner integuments. Already studied in the first year, also in the second year. The seed is surrounded by seed coat, outer and inner. Outer is called testa and the inner is called tegmen. How the formation takes place? Because of this, the after fertilization ovule become the seed. So that seed coat is nothing but a outer integuments and the inner integuments. So this outer integument formation of the testa and the inner integument is the formation of tegmen. So these integuments is start or formation from this region. So that region is called the chalazal. And this integument is not totally surrounded the female gametophyte or embryo sac. They are leaving the small opening called the micropyle. So what is the function of micropyle? Means where the pollen tubes enter. Pollen grains sit on the stigma. From the germ pore, there is a emerge over the pollen tube and it is passes from the style and reaches to the ovule and enter into the embryo sac with the help of micropyle. So this is the small opening where the pollen tubes enter into the embryo sac for the fertilization. So the next is funicle. So the funicle is the stalk of ovule. After fertilization, the funicle becomes stalk of the seed and the hilum. Hilum is where the funicle is attached. That place is called a hilum. So this is the structure of microsporangium or ovule, that is the VS or LS of ovule, that is the anatropous or the inverted ovule. So if you have any doubts, you can ask in the personal.